Hello, my fellow Nigerians in Yorkshire, family, students, and businesses, and our families and students and businesses back home in Nigeria. This is the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC Group, the YouTube channel. And I would like to, first of all, say thank you to everybody that have been sending us comments, and both positive and negative. Thank you so much. And we will try and use that to improve our videos as we go along. Today, my name is Mr. J. Skolaole. I'm the founder and the president of the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network. And our website is www.nycn.org.uk, and our email address is admin@nycn.org.uk. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network in the Diaspora Japa Project End of the Year Review 2023. And what does that mean is that for those of you that have been with us on our YouTube, you can realize that we released a lot of Japa project sessions. And this is advising Nigerians that are coming to this country, Nigerians that are Japaing from Nigeria to the United Kingdom, to America, to Canada. And we've done so many series. And I would like to say thank you to everybody. I hope most of our stuff have not offended you. We don't mean to offend you, but we meant to advise you, to tell you what is on the ground before you come down. And it's very, very important we do that. Our organization is to benefit Nigerian students, families, and businesses, and even other race in the United Kingdom. This year, we talked about, on our Japa YouTube video session, we talked about the risk of coming to the United Kingdom or in the diaspora without proper preparation. What that means, what are the preparation? Proper domestic preparation, proper financial plan, and proper understanding, planning and arrangement within husband and wife or individuals, and etc. And we talked about, coming to UK is really good for you to sit down and look at the map where you want to be tomorrow. If you get to United Kingdom or anywhere in the diaspora, how much do you have in terms of finances? And we've given you an example, and we want you to go back to our Japa video sessions and just look at it, listen to it. If you're planning to embark by bringing yourself or your family into the United Kingdom or Canada or America, you need to look at how to prepare. And it's very simple. Look at your finances. How much do I have? How much is this money going to last us? We've given you an idea of accommodation cost. We've given you a feeding cost, etc. Looking after the children, welfare of the children, and etc. And it's really good for you to look at all those things before you embark on that journey that will change your family's life, your life. We have lots of Nigerian young ones that wants to come to this country, wants to move out of Nigeria because they don't have something to benefit in Nigeria in terms of their planning of their future, or planning of the future of their children, And we do understand that. We do support you coming, but we have the eyes on the ground to tell you that this is what you're coming into. It's just like, you're walking in the darkness. If you don't know that there is a gutter there, you fell into that gutter. But we are doing this. We are the light to light up that gutter so that you can see that you don't get into that gutter. And what that means is that, give you an example of your financial planning. If you're a family of 2 or 3, husband and wife, you should have at least 10,000 to 15,000 cash that you'll be spending in the UK. This is different from the visa you spend on it. And the reason being is basically that when you get to this country, the first thing you have to do is basically look for accommodation. Accommodation here, if you have 3 to 2 bedrooms, 3 kids or 2 kids, you must have at least 2 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms. That is the law. That is the law. If you don't do that, the council or the government will come and knock on your door and say that, why are you stocking 3 kids, 4 kids in one room? I've seen Nigerian family telling me that they have 3 kids, and with the husband, they wanted to get a studio apartment. Do you know what a studio apartment is? A studio apartment is just like a one parlor. That parlor will have toilet, will have everything, and it's not acceptable. You must have a room, especially if you have a a young one that is over 16 or over 15, they must have their own room. Or maybe two of them can be in a room. So all those things you need to plan, Now, give you an idea of an accommodation in Leeds where I am. I can tell you that 2 to 3 bedrooms, you're looking at 900, 800, or even 1,000, and not to talk of London. If you go to London, 2 to 3 bedroom, you're going to be paying 1,500, 2,000 pounds. And this is why we advise Nigerians, if you want to come to UK, and if you just decided that finally you're going to be coming to UK, it's better for you to come to the north. Come to Yorkshire, go to Manchester, come to Leeds. It's very cheap there. The standard of living is cheap, and what that means is that compared to London, if you decide to go to London, where you cannot even raise your child, etc. like that, you end up going bankrupt. It doesn't matter whether you're living in Banana Island, Lekki, Victoria Island, or Abuja, or Maitama 2, or Wuse, anywhere, or Port Harcourt, or any of these big cities in Nigeria. If you come down here, your level have to come down. Because I'm telling you, no matter what, even if you sell all your properties, which we don't advise people to do, it's like a curse. You're going to another country, you're selling your property, you're selling your cars, because you're thinking that you're going to be earning money. No, because it's difficult now, because even to get a job in the UK, yes, some people will sell all their property, and at the end of the day, they will make gain, but the odds, it's in between 1 over 10, So what you need to do is basically that we don't advise you to sell your property. You need to be patient, you need to plan, don't be in a hurry, because once you jump on that flight, then you fly to the UK, by the time you land to the airport, you now see the cold breeze blowing you. That is the cold breeze of reality. That is the cold breeze of Japa project reality. That now you're here, you're stuck. We have seen lots of Nigerians that have gotten to this country, gotten a wrong sponsorship visa. They didn't even check it. They only had 20, the husband has 20 hours, the wife has 40, whereas the wife have just been put to bed. So the wife can't work 40 hours, the husband 20 hours. It cannot work, because everywhere you go, they tell you that they want you to do 40 hours. Remember that the only job that the sponsorship can do, which is restricted, is care visa, support visa, etc. If you're a dependent, you might probably be able to do any job, but that is restricted as well. So all these things you need to search. You need to make sure that you go on the Home Office, British High Commission website to understand this type of job. You take your time and you know what you're getting yourself into. Because once you take that family, all those little kids of yours, and you take them to UK, now you're on your own. Another thing which most people don't talk about, which we talked about in our Japa video throughout this year, was parents understanding the role of the children in the diaspora. Immediately you bring your children becomes a priority. We've seen families that they paid almost 30 million for sponsorship, and they brought their 3 children thinking that the husband is going to be working, the wife is going to be working 40 hours. Oh, they're going to make this money back, they're going to do etc. But I tell you, when they got down here, they now realize that there is no house help. There is no house help. Who's going to be taking the kids to school? And the UK has a very strong safeguarding policy. Very strong safeguarding policy. If anybody goes against that, they go to prison. What that means is that if you're going to put your children like 5 years or 6 years or 9 years into school, you have to get to school at the exact time. If you're late, they will report you to Social Security, and the Social Security will contact the police. They will now say you're not fit to look after all those children. Remember that once you get your children to this country, that children does not belong to you much anymore. You are now sharing that children with the government, and the way you look after them will tell if the government is going to take them away from you. So, and I don't think you want that. So, looking after children is very important in this country. Their school, their welfare, their upbringing, etc. And you need to realize that whenever you're looking after your children, the way you treat them, you have all these people, your neighbors, looking after you, looking at you. If they see that you're not treating your children well, they will go and tell the authorities. It's as simple as that. So this is what we're talking about. The Japa project, end of the year review 2023. That is what we're giving to you now. And for those of you that have not seen our Japa project, we advise you to look at it, because it might not be beneficial for you, it might not be useful for you, but definitely it will be useful for someone you know that might learn one or two things. We're not perfect, we're only helping. And we can tell you that we work with the Nigerian High Commission London, we work with NIDON, we work with CANUC, that is Central Association of Nigerian UK Communities, and we're among the Nigerian communities in the UK, so that we can give you advice. Our organization, the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, we help families that are coming to this country with free food, which is food bank, which is called food palliatives, on a weekly basis, worth 40 to 70 pounds. We help you with job search, with accommodation search, and as you collect food on a weekly basis, you continue to do that until you settle down, until you're comfortable, and that is what we do. You know, when I saw the story on the TV, Arise News of recent, the Abike Dabiri, the Nigerians in Diaspora chair, went to Canada, and there were lots of Nigerians that were there. Do you know what is going on? They were sleeping in the shelter. They were sleeping. They are classed as homeless. They don't have a place to live. And when they put you in the shelter, they will just put you in a hall. You'll be sleeping on the ground. Just imagine you going to Canada. Canada is much colder than United Kingdom. You know, today I can tell you that the temperature today is -2. In Canada, it's -10, -15. So just imagine you take all your family, you don't have anywhere to stay. They will put you in a place and you just sleep among everybody. You have a better life in Nigeria. You have 2 cars, you live in Lekki, Banana Island, etc. You're comfortable. The little job you're doing there, you're comfortable, but you want to get more. And that is why you move to the diaspora through Japa syndrome, Japa project, and you end up in the ditch. You run out of money and you start begging, and there's no family here. I want everybody to understand, there's no family here, you know. Nobody helps you. If you have a brother, no brother or sisters, family, they don't help you, you know. So the idea is that you have to plan yourself properly before you come. Even in Canada, when a lot of Nigerians are in the shelter, a lot of Nigerians are homeless. And do you know what we call shelter? Shelter is the last place where it's like a big girl. They will just put you on the ground, you sleep on the floor. And there was a Nigerian that passed away, that died in Canada of recent, because the cold was too much. You know, so coming to this country is not just coming to this country. Yes, you'll be able to get a job, but to get that job, you have to make sure you get the right papers, okay? Now, I want to talk about beware of sponsorship visa scam agents in Nigeria or anywhere. Now, a lot of people wants to get to this country by all means. Yes, we agree. But if you want to come to this country with yourself or your family, you have to make sure that the sponsorship visa will benefit you, will work for you. A lot of Nigerians have made that mistake. They've taken the wrong step. They've not put on the light. They've jumped into the gutter. An agent will collect 12 million, 15 million, 30 million from you. By the time you get to UK, you can't get a job. According to the Home Office rule, that agent that gave you that sponsorship visa must get you a job in the UK. A lot of people don't know that. And this is an awareness everybody needs to know. You know, if an agent gives you a sponsorship visa, collected 15 million, 20 million, 25 million from you, they have to get you a job. If they don't get you a job, you report them to the Home Office. That is what the Home Office. We work with the Home Office. I'm speaking to one of their workers, like the coordinators, because they work with the communities in the Nigerian communities in the UK. And she was telling me that any agent that gives a sponsorship visa or COS to any Nigerian or any other citizen, they must get them a job in the UK. If they don't get you a job, you can report them. They're in trouble. That is the whole thing about it. So you need to be aware. But please, proper financial planning before you come. I want to talk about asylum seekers. A lot of Nigerians get to this country. They think that claiming asylum is the benefit for them, whereas it's the other way around. Claiming asylum does not get you anything. Claiming asylum, they will take your Nigerian passport from you and they will not give it back to you. Let's, for example, you come to this country now, you claim an asylum. You cannot go back to Nigeria for the next 5 years to 10 years. What that means is that you don't have any document. What you're saying is that you're in trouble in Nigeria. There is something going on in Nigeria, whether there was the way you were treated. A lot of Nigerians will come to this country, they will lie, basically that they're gay, or maybe they've been treated by the government roughly, or they've been doing it. They will make all kind of lies. You see a lot of people that are claiming asylum, even here, husband and wife, or etc. They will accuse each other, they will lie to each other that they've been abused, they've been doing this. And at the end of the day, all they're looking for is claiming asylum. But that asylum is not a benefit to them, because they will put you in his place. Look at the way UK is dealing with their asylum. UK is so up here with the asylum. They can't even take care of the asylum. Just imagine the net migration as of today of UK is going to 700,000. The UK is changing their measures. Even the legal migrant, they're trying to reduce them, and etc. So there's different types of reforms, changes to all the visa sections, So I want everybody to look at it. Go to the Home Office website, go to the British High Commission website. Make sure you're familiar with all these things, So you cannot just come here and say you want to claim asylum. You end up in the ditch. The UK has now understood that a lot of people fabricate lies against their wife, against their husband, against families, etc. like that, because they want to claim asylum. And there's no asylum. Because at the end of the day, UK, you're not going to get it. They will collect your passport from you. You can't go back home, because you said that, okay, you are having problem in your country. Now the UK will collect your passport. They can put you in a place. They will give you maybe £35 or £40 a week. Where does that get you? And they're not going to be paying. They can give you a free house, but now there's not even the free house. They put people in the hotel, which they're trying to get rid of them. So this is why the UK is going to be shipping people to Rwanda now. They're trying to get that measure to pass through. So if you think that you want to claim asylum and come to the UK, you end up in Rwanda or in other country. That is what they're trying to do, And your asylum, they don't decide on it. They don't decide on it immediately. It can take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And even before you have a proper life, Just imagine that you're in Nigeria, you are living a good life, you're still earning some money. I know that people want to come to this country, but UK is not a milk and honey land. It's not a paradise. There's nothing here. People are better off in Nigeria, but I don't advise people, because whenever you advise people, that people will say, Mr. James, why are you here? I'm here because at the end of the day, I've been here long time ago, and I know that during that time, UK was good. But now, the situation in the UK is different. So whatever you want to do, that choice is up to you. It's up to your family. And what I try to do is that husband and wife, if you're husband and wife, you're coming from Nigeria, make sure you work together. A lot of people, the husband and wife, once they get down here, that is when every small thing, small argument, they will now go and report to the police. They will take the children away. They will tell the husband to go and find another place. They will just destabilize the whole family. That is not our culture. That is not our culture. Okay? So what you need to understand is that if the wife and husband are here, you have to work things together. Work things out. All because you want to gain something, at the end of the day, you want to claim an asylum, or you want to, whatever is happening within you, you work it out. Don't just go to the police. We don't condone any abuse. I don't condone any man laying their hands on any woman. I don't condone any woman laying their hands on any man. Everybody should respect their boundary. If things doesn't work out, people go peacefully. But the kids are there. The kids are very important. I'm telling you all this story, but this is what happened when a lot of people Japa to this country. A lot of students comes to this country, Things change for them. They were thinking of a better life, but it's not. UK, if you're coming to this country, you have to be patient. A lot of Nigerians gets to this country, they want to compare themselves to someone that has been in this country for 10 years. If you see one Nigeria there driving Lexus, immediately you get to this country, you want to drive Lexus. If you try to do any fraud, you'll be prosecuted, you go to prison. No matter what you do in Nigeria, make sure you don't bring that bad act here, because you will go to prison. This country, they have a very good policing authority. that manages all these things, whether you're on internet, whether you're this. So not all those things is allowed. So again, this is to remind everybody that this session I'm rounding up for this year is the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network Japa project end of the year review 2023 session. And this is to review all the Japa YouTube video we've done, and you have looked at them. Okay. So also, the student visa is going to be changing as from January. So students are not going to be able to bring their dependents. You have to remember that. So things are changing, and there's a lot of changes in the UK visa. I can only talk about UK. I don't know about America or Canada or Australia, etc. like that. So we want you to be aware. But what I want to nail my hammer on is making sure that you don't get frauded by all these agents. This is the sponsorship visa. Please and please, I beg you, please and please, make sure you check that visa before you pay that agent. Try not to be in a rush. You want to go to UK, you want to go to America, Canada, Australia. Once you take that step into the plane, you're not coming back. You might not come back. Don't sell your house. Don't sell your cars. You can sell a car, but don't sell your house. Your home is your home. You always come back to that home. You understand? But I can guarantee you, once you sell that house in Nigeria, you will not have the ability, financial ability to buy such house anymore. Because at the end of the day, the rate of the house has gone. You can use the house, whatever. Some people collect collateral. But I want people to understand that, we are trying to advise you the risk whenever you're coming to this country. The preparation you need to do. Once you get to this country, if you're coming to Yorkshire, for instance, we are based in Leeds, in Yorkshire, you can send us an email, admin@nycn.org.uk, that you're coming, that you will need some support. We will absorb you into our community. We will add you onto our Telegram. We will register you so that you can receive, or your family, free food, 40 to 70 pounds on a weekly basis. We can help you with accommodation search by referring you, and etc. So we are here to help, and because we are one of the registered Nigerian Yorkshire communities, which basically that we are under Kanuk Central Association and Nigerian UK community. So I would like to advise people that please, the Japa project syndrome, it's one of those things that is happening. We know that the reason why people are moving is not because of the insecurity in Nigeria. People want a better life, better welfare, education for their children. That is valid. That is valid. I will not tell you not to do that. But please make sure you plan. Because once you move down here, you can move. And a lot of people, even when they are in the UK, I'm always advising people that it's better for you to come to the north. Come to Yorkshire. If you decide to go to London, London is expensive. Accommodation in London, 2 to 3 bedroom, you're looking at £1,500 per month to £2,500 per month. How much are you earning? We've seen families that husband and wife are working 24/7, care support, and they can't even make up the bill. If you're paying a rent of £1,000, you have to pay the bill of £300. By the time you feed the family, you're spending almost £1,700. How much are you making? And you still have to pay tax. So remember, everything you do here, you pay tax. You have to pay tax. So the Japa syndrome, which everybody believes that everybody is a good. UK is not a milk and honey land. No, and people have to be patient. Yes, you can be successful educationally. You can be successful as a family, even as a business, but you have to be very patient, and the patient dogs is the fattest bone. You can't just get to this country, you want to become this, you want to become, no. The life you live in Nigeria, in Lekki, Banana Island, Victoria Island, Ikeja, Abuja, and Maitama, or Port Harcourt, is different. Everything will change, everything will change for you, and you have to be ready to absorb that, But we, the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, we're ready to work with you. We will help you here. So if you're coming to Yorkshire, if you're coming to UK, even if you're coming to UK, you're not coming to Yorkshire, we can refer you to any of the Nigerian community, because we're part of the group of Nigerians in the UK. So we talk to each other. We talk to Nigerian communities in London, in Scotland, in Ireland, in Newcastle, in Leeds, etc. like that. So we have that network, but we want to make sure that, we give you a very good advice. So I'm going to round this up now. And this is the end of the session for this year for the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC in Leeds, in West Yorkshire, in the United Kingdom, and in Diaspora. And this is the Japa Project End of the Year Review 2023. For those of you that have just been joining our platform, we have a lot of series of Japa projects. What that means is that all those advice and warnings, etc., might not be useful to you, might not be beneficial to you, might be beneficial to your friend, someone that is close to you. Please, we want you to share it with them. That is the point of we doing this video. Again, my name is Mr. J. Skolawole. I'm the founder and the president of this organization, Nigerian Yorkshire. You can always contact us. We are ready to help you, myself and my volunteers and my executives. And we'll continue to support Nigeria. We'll continue to help Nigerians that are coming to this country every blessed day. If we have to do it 24/7. Our job is to make sure whenever a Nigerian person, individual, or family comes to this country, we help them to know the ground. If you want to pay for rent, please don't just go and pay that money. We've seen families that have paid to a landlord, and that landlord has taken that money. If you're not clear with anything, you can ask us a question, because we know the ground, we know the terrain, we know the laws, we know the rules, and etc. Most of us have been in this country for 10, 15, 20 years or more. And if we can't give you an answer, we will get it for you from an expert. We have our immigration lawyer that can advise us. We have everybody. We have the accommodation agent, and we have Nigerian jobs in Yorkshire that can help you. Our goal is to make sure you settle down smoothly, without any problem, without anybody ripping you off. Remember, put it at the back of your mind. We have lots of people that are ripping Nigerians off in this country. Please beware. This is the end of our session. The Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, Japa Project End of the Year Review Session 2023. I'd like to say thank you to everybody. Next year, we're going to be reviewing more Japa updates about visa, about the living in the UK in the diaspora. So I'd like to thank everybody. May the Lord continue to bless you all. May we all witness Christmas and New Year 2024 and beyond. Please stay blessed and look after yourself. This is from us, from the Nigerian Yorkshire. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Take care. And for those of you who are trying to come to this country, please beware of all these warnings. Please, we're here to help you. Don't be a stranger. You can contact us on admin@nycn.org.uk. Check our website out, www.nycn.org.uk. We have a social media. We can help you. Please, don't just come to this country and be alone, because we are one family in this country. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.